We have with us Dr. Yasmin Khan. Yesterday, she had a very wonderful interaction with us. I would request Dr. Yasmin Khan to please continue.
Yes.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. As yesterday lecture, we have discussed about the simple linear and multiple linear regression model. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the analysis of variance, right? So when we use for the analysis of variance, for simple and multiple linear regression model, we have discussed that, just suppose y is the response variable there, right, which is the outcome of the study, and x, what was the x? X was the input variable. We called x as a explanatory variable, and x is a continuous variable also, right? So in that case, we use simple and multiple linear regression model according to whatever number of variables you have. If that x input variable is not continuous, but it is a categorical variable, right? If x is
Excuse me, madam. Please share your slide. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. In simple and multiple linear regression model, the input variable, which is called the explanatory variable, is continuous variable. But when this continuous variable is categorical variable, in that case, we use analysis of variance. When we use analysis of variance, if the input variable, the explanatory variable, is categorical but not continuous, then categorical means this variable, this explanatory variable has certain categories, right? So that category 1, C1, C2, C3 up to CK would be the categories of this variable. So when this variable has different categories, then the variable, this explanatory variable, which is not a categorical variable, is called factor, right? And its category is called its level. Its category is called its level. So when we have one factor and we have its different levels, then in that case we use analysis of variance. हम क्या करेंगे? हम analysis of variance use करते हैं in that case. So the data we use for the analysis of variance, just have a look for the data. The data is about the crop yield. Actually, this is the data for two-way analysis of variance. Two-way analysis and one-way analysis. What is the difference between? If we have two factor, means if we have two independent variables and each variable has its own category, then that's the case of two-way analysis of variance. But here we have only one factor and that factor has certain categories, so that's the case of one-way ANOVA. So for the analysis of one-way analysis of variance, we use only the last two columns, right? The fertilizer and the yield. The data is about the crop yield, that what is the effect of three different types of fertilizer on the crop yield. Okay, we have the response variable as the last column. Yield, crop yield is the response variable here, and fertilizer. How many types of fertilizer are used for this crop yield? Is three types of fertilizer. So fertilizer is the factor, and the type of factor, fertilizer type 1, and the second type of fertilizer, the third type of fertilizer, right? So these are the levels of the fertilizer. Just suppose that we have to find out that which academic department in science faculty give out the lowest average grade of the student. What I'm saying that suppose we have to find out that which academic department. So which academic department, suppose mathematics department, physics department and chemistry department of science faculty give out the lowest grade of student. So what is the factor here, and what is the level here, and what is your response variable? So factor is, can anyone tell me that what is factor in that case? If I'm asking that which academic department of the science faculty gave out the lowest average grade of the students. So department is your factor. Department is the variable, is the explanatory variable, which is not continuous, which is categorical here, and it has three categories. Mathematics department is the first category, physics department is the second category, and chemistry department is the third categories, right? So factor here is department is the factor, right? Levels, जो levels हैं आप बोल दीजिए, mathematics, physics and chemistry departments are the level. And what is the response variable? Response variable is students grade. Response variable क्या होगा? It's students grade. यानी how the data is given to you, data is would be like mathematics, physics and chemistry department, and here under mathematics department there are some grades of students. Same way, in the same way, physics department has the students grades given to you, and chemistry department there are the some grades of the students, right? So that's the response variable, and the factor here is the department, and its three categories represent the level of the factor department. So this is the way you can recognize that your data is not continuous. The variable, explanatory variable is not continuous, but it is a categorical variable, and we have to use the analysis of variance, right? So I have shown the data to you. So yesterday, what we have done to import the data from the Excel sheet to the R console, we just copy the data, select the whole data, and copy the data, then go to the R console and follow the command of read.table. Under the bracket, we just write within double quotes clipboard, then comma, header is equals to true, enter. Your data will be on the R console. Then we just save the data, right? But in today's lecture, we are not going to create data like that. We just here we create a data in vector form, then create a data frame. In yesterday lecture, I have already told that how to create a data frame. So in today's lecture, we are doing it practically, right? So I have already create a data vector. Okay, this is the response variable. Y is represented by the response variable. So I use the term y here is equals to all the data. यहाँ पे ये देख रहे जो crop yield which is in the last column, I have entered all the data here as a vector form, right? In the vector form, I have entered all the data. Now, in the next step, you have to create a group of three different fertilizer. We have three different fertilizer for this data. कौन सा fertilizer 1 type of fertilizer, type 2 type of fertilizer, and type 3 type of fertilizer is given here. So you have to create here in vector form. So the function here that we use is rip. Rip is the function, means it will repeat within rip what I have written within double quotes, because it is not a numeric. One, you can write 1 instead of A. I am specifying type 1 type of fertilizer as A, type 2 type of fertilizer by B, and type 3 type of fertilizer with C. Since it is not a numeric, it is a character, so we have to put character within the double quotes, right? 1 is repeated how many times? You can see here from the data that 1 is repeated 32 times. Similarly, the fertilizer of type 2 is repeated again 32 times, and the third type of fertilizer is also repeated 32 times. So how will we create the group data? Is by using the function rip, then bracket open. You have to write the character, you have to write the alphabet or numeric number within double quotes. You can write anything, right? I have written here as capital A within double quotes, then 32. What it will does, it will repeat this A 32 times, right? It will repeat the fertilizer of type 1 32 times. Similarly, it will the type 2 fertilizer, which is represented by B, will repeat itself. B is repeated How many times? 32 times. Similarly, the third type of fertilizer, which is represented by C here, is repeated itself for 32 times. So in such a way, we have created the vector of the fertilizer. The total number of observation obviously 96, and each type of fertilizer has equal number of repetition. 32 times जो है हमारे सारे fertilizer has repeated, right? So we have created response vector of response variable. We have created a group of all the fertilizer type. Next step is to create a data frame. How to create a data frame? The function for the creation of data frame I have told yesterday is data.frame. Data.frame is the function. So just specify that command with some object name. I have assigning the object name df is equals to data.frame. Then you have to enter all the vector which you have already specified above, separated by comma. So you have created a vector of y, just write y here, then separate it by comma, and then the other vector of group, which is the three types of fertilizer, write the object name of that command and the object name its group. So write the group as in the function of data.frame. It will create a data frame, right? I can show you here. There's a source file. This is the right now group here. So to see your data on your console, just type the object name of the in which you have given a command of the creation of data frame. Just write that command, just write that object name and press enter. So that's the data. ये इस तरीके का डेटा है, आपके पास आ जाएगा. देखिए जो रेपिटेशन हमने किया था ये क्या है? First column is the column of crop yield, which is your response variable, and second, it is very necessary to specify that first 32 crop yield comes under the first type of fertilizer, which is represented by A. 32 times A will repeat itself, right? Then next 32 observations comes under type 2 type of fertilizer. The next 32 observation will comes under type 3 of fertilizer. So this is the data we have created by using the function data.frame. Right here. Then what? Then our next step is to find the analysis of variance. The time which is taken to creation of data creation is very important. Once you create your data, then in R it is very easy to analyze your data by simply using a function AOV. AOV is a function for the analysis of variance. So we are using for this command. In this line, we are analyzing our data by using the function AOV with the object name. The object name which I have assigned is M1. M1 is the object name in which analysis has been performed, right? So AOV is the function, then bracket open. Now you have to perform. Now you have to write the response variable, obviously, which I have discussed in the yesterday lecture. Then tilt group. Against group, we are performing the analysis of variance. So in this command, we have end with the analysis of variance. Then you want to find out what is the numerical summary for after the analysis of variance. So for getting the summary, the function which is used is summary itself. So in the summary function, you have to write within bracket the object assigned in the AOV command. Where AOV command is performed, whose object name is M1, then you have to write the object name there in the summary function and press enter. Then this summary is in front of you. So the last column is the p-value, on the basis of which we can give the relevant conclusion, right? On the basis of that value only you can for the conclusion, we have two approaches. One is critical value approach, and then second is p-value approach. Since when we use software, we have always p-value, so it's better that we perform the conclusion by using p-value. Critical value and p-value both will lead to the same conclusion, right? But for critical value, we need tabulated value for the comparison. So if alpha is given to you, just suppose alpha is 5%, then p-value is very small. It is approximately 0. 7 into 10 raised to the power minus 4. It is approximately equals to 0. So what does it mean? Group, the हमारे जो factors है group, इसकी what's the p-value? Its p-value is approximately 0. So you can conclude that since the p-value is less than alpha, if alpha is 0.05, since the p-value is less than alpha, so we can conclude that it appears that the type of fertilizer used, means how many types of fertilizer we have used. We have used 3 types of fertilizer. So it says that the type of fertilizer used has a real impact on the crop yield. Crop yield पे हमारे पास there is a significant effect है किसका, यू फर्टिलाइजर के डिफरेंट टाइप्स को. हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि either you use type 1 fertilizer or you use type 2 or type 3, both has the same effect, right?
Dr. Yasmin, may I please request you to zoom in the screen so that
okay sir,
visibility.
okay.
Yes, much better.
Is it clear?
Yes, much better.
Okay sir. So what I'm saying, since p value is less than alpha, so we can say that the effect of the fertilizer has the type of fertilizer has certain effect on the crop yield, right? But we are unable to find out. For the analysis of variance, one thing is missing, that firstly you have to construct the hypothesis. The factor fertilizer has 3 groups: type 1 fertilizer, type 2 fertilizer, and type 3 fertilizer, and you have to compare the average of these 3 groups, right? When we are comparing 2 groups, then we go for 2 sample t-tests. Since here we are dealing with more than 2 groups, so we go for analysis of variance. So in hypothesis testing for alternative null hypothesis, what would be the hypothesis? That just suppose the mu1 represent the average of type 1 fertilizer, mu2 represent the average of type 2 fertilizer, and mu3 represent the average of type 3 fertilizer. So the null hypothesis would be mu1 is equals to mu2 is equals to mu3, because what is the assumption under null hypothesis is that there is no difference between the average groups of the average. There is no difference. इसका क्या मतलब हो? The effect of fertilizer, the effect of using first fertilizer will be equal to the effect of using second type of fertilizer will be equal to the using third type of fertilizer, right? There is no difference. You can use any one of these 3. But alternative hypothesis, what it says that at least one of the 2 groups are significantly different from each other. That's the statement under alternative hypothesis, right? It is not clear when you perform analysis of variance, it is not clear that which group you are talking about. We simply, after rejecting H0 here, since p value is less than alpha, so we reject H0. Rejection of H0 means there is significant difference between each group of the fertilizer, but we are not getting that which group of the fertilizer has a significant different effect, right? So for finding out that group of the fertilizer, that groups of the fertilizer, we perform post ANOVA test. By performing analysis of variance, we only conclude that at least one of the group which are significantly different or different from each other, but we cannot say that the group mu1 and mu2 are significantly different from each other, or mu1 or mu3 are significantly different from each other, or mu2 or mu3 are significantly different from each other. We cannot conclude that much. Okay? Then we perform a post ANOVA test, and the post ANOVA test is a Tukey HSD test, which is a pairwise comparison. Pairwise comparison means it will tell you that which group are significantly different from each other. So the function for the pairwise comparison is simply Tukey HSD. Tukey HSD is the function, right? And within the function, you have to write the object name of the where you perform analysis of variance, and for here we perform the analysis of variance, and this command has assigned a object name with M1. So you have to write this object name here in the Tukey HSD function. With I'm giving the object name of this also this command as HSD. HSD is the object name for the pairwise comparison of the three groups, three types of fertilizer group comparison के लिए जो हमने command use किया है उसके लिए जो object name we have assigned is HSD. So to get the numerical summary, just type the object name, and the object name is HSD. I have typed HSD. So here is the statistical summary of post ANOVA test. That's why we say post ANOVA test, because this will perform after performing analysis of variance. So you can see here clearly the comparison between the two groups, group A and B, any type of fertilizer 1 and 2, type of fertilizer 2 and 3, type of fertilizer 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, sorry, right? This will give the difference between the values of the fertilizer of this groups. Then it is the lower limit, upper limit, and the conclusion has been made on the basis of the p-value, right? So you can see here very clearly that 4.95 is the value which is greater or less than alpha. If alpha is 0.05, this value is greater than alpha, right? And the last two values are less than alpha. It's mean these two groups are significantly different from each other, which I have give the conclusion in ANOVA that there is some groups which are significantly, at least one group which is significantly, at least yani you have more than one groups which is significantly different from each other. Here you are came to know that which groups are significantly different. So here the group 1 and group 3, group 2 and group 3 means type of fertilizer first and the type of fertilizer 3 are significantly different from each other. Second and third type of fertilizer are significantly different from each other, right? This is the numerical summary. If you want to see the graphical summary, then just HSD, where we perform the Tukey HSD command and the object name is HSD. You have to use that object name with the function plot. Just use the function plot and the object name is HSD. Press enter. You will have this graph. Here from this plot, it is also evident, which is already concluded from the numerical summary. Summary would be the same, but the things will be the more clear. Here the first B and A, this is the interval for this group comparison. Here 0, if the 0 will cut this interval, then it's mean these groups are insignificantly different from each other. These two groups, the 0 doesn't pass from these two intervals, it mean the group A and C and B and C has a significantly different from each other, right? So this is the way you can perform the analysis of one way analysis, right? And after performing one-way analysis of variance, you can do a post ANOVA test, or you can say a pairwise comparison, which is done by Tukey HSD test. So that's all about the analysis of variance, one-way analysis of variance. Now we come to another analysis. First, we discuss about the data. Let's discuss about the data. The data which I have used for the multivariate analysis of variance is the skull data. The data which we use is skull data. So let's discuss the data first, because it's a little bit big data which I have done earlier. So the data is like, just suppose the data consists of the skull data, means the male skull data. What we have to find out in this study is we need to check that the shape of male skull is different from each periods. In this data we have 5 periods: early pre-dynastic period, late pre-dynastic period, 12-13 dynasties, Ptolemaic period, and Roman period, right? We have 5 periods. These 5 periods are the response variable, right? Data will be like just suppose this is early pre-dynasty, right? Each period has certain measurement of male skull. The male skull measurement, there are 4 type of, again there are 5 period, and each period has 4 type of male skull measurement, and the measurement is like this. और इस तरीके से हमने अलग अलग मेल के स्कल का मेजरमेंट लिया है, राइट? pH, NH, PL and MB, these are the measurement. These measurement are given for each period. हमें क्या चेक करना है? What we have to check that the shape of these all measurement will give you the shape of the skull, shape of the male skull, because these are the measurement of male skull. So we have to check that these measurement of each period is changes from period to period. It is not same. Whether it is same or it is not same, you have to check by using for your analysis. So the data will be given to you as, suppose this is pre-dynastic period. Here x1, x2, x3, x4, right? This x1 क्या है? Maximum breadth. x2 जो मैंने अभी आपको डायग्राम से दिखाया, basipregnatic height. This is another length of skull and nasal height. These all measurements are given in millimeter. So next, just suppose this is another period, late pre-dynastic period, then the 12th and 13th dynasties, then the polemic period, right? Then lastly the Roman period. So we have 5 periods, right? And in each period we have given the measurement of male skull, which is divided in 4 parts. Any 4 types of measurement of male skull is given to you for each period, and for each measurement we have 30 observation, right? 30 observation here, 30 observation, 30, 1 up to 1 to 30 observation is given to you. Similarly, for the other period we have the 4 types of measurement of male skull. 4 type of measurement of male skull. वो measurement मैंने आपको दिखा दिया है कि वो measurements of male skull वो क्या क्या हैं, जो हमने measure करके हर periods में देखा है कि जो shape है ये, these all the measurement will give a shape of the skull, and we have to check whether this male skull shape is changes from period to period or not, right? So these periods, as I have told earlier, these periods are the explanatory variable, and these measurements x1, x2, x3 are the response variable, right? The 5 types of periods are the explanatory variable, and the 4 types of, and each period has given to you a 4 type of measurement which represents the response variable. ठीक है, वो response variable है. So आपका data क्या हो गया यहाँ पे? Response variable भी किस तरीके का हो गया? अभी तक हमने क्या पढ़ा था कि the response variable is always a continuous variable. तो अब तक हमने पढ़ा है सिंपल लीनियर रिग्रेशन मॉडल में. देन हमने अनोवा में भी यही पढ़ा है कि द रिस्पांस वेरिएबल इज अ कंटिन्यूअस वेरिएबल, बट हियर द रिस्पांस वेरिएबल इज नॉट कंटिन्यूअस वेरिएबल. द रिस्पांस वेरिएबल हैज आल्सो आर ऑफ 4 टाइप व्हिच इज गिवन टू यू, राइट? आई हैव show the data later, but the data is given in this type which I have shown here, right? So we have what I have told you, 5 type of periods which represent the explanatory variable, 4 types of measurement of male skull for each period represent the response variable. Here the response variable is not continuous, it is also a categorical variable having 4 categories, right? So in this case the function which we use is MANOVA, means multivariate analysis of variance. So the data the measurement made on the Egypt scan, the data consists of 150 observation, 130 observation from each period, right? and each measurement has 30 observation. So 30 we have 150 observation from 5 skulls from 5 periods. ठीक है, तो हमें क्या करना होगा? Now how to create the data? The very important part is the creation of data. So let's see how to create a data. I have already created the data, so here command is only for calling the data. For calling data, I have written the command. You can write here. Yes, I'm writing here in hash so that it will not get run. मुझे run नहीं करना because I have already created this data. How to create a data frame? For every period, you have to create data frame individually. You are getting my point? There are 5 periods. There are how many periods? 5 periods. And for every period, you have to create a data frame. Then we will combine later all these data frame which we have created. Firstly, you have to create a data frame individually for each period. Okay, let's come to the first period, which is early pre-dynastic. So we give the data name just EP. EP means early pre-dynastic. So here just suppose I'm not giving EP, I'm just giving EP1, right? EP1 is the object name. How to create a data? ये मैं बता रही हूँ आपको. आप अभी तक जैसे हमने जो भी data frame creation, this is the other way of creating data frame. So you just have to write data dot frame, then empty bracket, right? आपको क्या करना? You just have to select an object name. You just have to assign an object name to the empty data frame. Data dot frame curly bracket, empty bracket. It's a empty data frame. Just press enter. Then you have to use the function fix, and within fix you have to write the object name which you have assigned above, and the object name is EP1. EP1 is the object name. As you enter this command, and spreadsheet will get open. Spreadsheet. क्या करना होगा हमें? We just have to create an empty data frame with some object name. आपने किया data dot frame with empty bracket, enter कर दिया. Then by using the command fix with the assigned object name, आपको क्या करना? वो कमांड को वहां पर रन करना. रन क्या मतलब? आपने लिखा and just जैसे आप enter प्रेस करेंगे, as you press enter, and spreadsheet has been open. ठीक है ना? एक spreadsheet क्या हो जाए? ओपन हो चुकी होगी आपके सामने. Now you have to enter your data. ठीक है, for the first group, first early pre-dynastic group, you have to create your own data. मैं यहाँ पे छोटा डेटा लेके आपको जस्ट समझा देती हूँ क्योंकि every data has 30 observation, तो we do not have so much of time. हम क्या करेंगे? देखिए, आपने क्या किया? इतना यहाँ तक तो it is clear that how to create this spreadsheet, right? By using just 2 commands, you have this spreadsheet with your screen. Next, what you have to do, you have to give the name of the variable. जो भी आपका just suppose if it is x1, then just write x1. हमारे पास कितने हैं measurements को हमने represent किया? x1, x2, x3, x4. Just write x2, x3 and x4, right? For each period, how many types of skull measurement we have? We have 4 type of skull measurement. तो आपने क्या किया? आपने इनका with the variable name you have entered your variable name. Now जो भी observation आपको दे, just enter that observation. With x1 we have 30 observation, with x1 we have 30 observation, with x2, then x3, then x4. I'm not going to write the 30 observation, then 4, 5, just write this. Then for x2, 1, 4, 9, 2, for x3, 5, 7, 8, 9, I'm just entering our random numbers 4, 7, 8. So after entering data, what you have to do, you just have to close this window, right? What you have to do, your data when you just enter your data, just close this window, and immediately after closing the window, you have to save your data, right? You have to save your data by using the command write.table. Write.table, we used the command. Then you have to write the file name, which is ep1, file is equals to within double quote ep1.txt. Just press enter. One inverted code has been left. Now it is fine. Now press enter. The data has been saved. Now you can see your data in your window by typing EP1. This is the data which you have entered in the spreadsheet, right? ये वो डेटा है जो आपने उस स्प्रेडशीट में एंटर किया था, ये डेटा आपका सेव हो गया. This file will get saved by using write.table with your working directory. Working directory में ये files जो हैं ये सेव होती जाएंगी. ठीक है, I can show you my working directory is this document ep1, the file which I have saved. Now you can see, so this is the file which is already saved when you use the command write.table. Now you can transfer, you can copy this file to your own working directory where you are with some different folders. You can move, and just by calling read.table, you can call your data, right? So this is the way. अभी हमने सिर्फ फर्स्ट जो हमारा पीरियड है हमने उसका डेटा एंटर किया. You have to enter all the 5 periods, right? The second is late pre-dynastic period. Just enter LP1, right? मैं अलग कर रही हूँ क्योंकि because I have already created the data. फिर next you have to do the same thing, just data dot frame. क्या करेंगे हम यहाँ पे data dot frame कर देंगे, एंटर कर दिया हमने. Then using the fix function हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पे हमने लिख दिया LP1 ऑब्जेक्ट में which we have assigned earlier. Just press enter and other spreadsheet will open with your computer. Again हम क्या कर लेंगे, यहाँ पे भी x1, x2, x3, x4 कर देंगे, right? And डेटा को एंटर कर देंगे. So by using this technique, by using this type of creation of data, you can create your data for individually each period, right? You have 5 period, you have to enter. हमें क्या करना होगा, हमें हर पीरियड के लिए अलग अलग डेटा फ्रेम को क्रिएट कर लेना होगा, right? So once you have created your data, as I have done here, इसको मैं यहाँ पोस्ट कर देती हूँ. I have created my data. That data is in my folder, working folder, and what I have done, I just call the data by using read.table, and the file name is ep. So just double quotes में ep.txt लिख दे, your data is here. This is the data which I have entered. This x1, x2, x3 are the 4 type of measurement, right? 4 type of skull measurement. So I similarly I have created a data frame for the late pre-dynastic period. ये देखिए ये भी डेटा यहाँ मैंने इसको create कर दिया है. Similarly all the 5 are created here. Dynasties, then आपका Ptolemaic period, then the last is the Roman period. ठीक है, the data has been created. Now अब हमें क्या करना है, हमने तो यहाँ पे we have individually created a data frame. Now you have to combine all the data frame in one frame. हमें एक फ्रेम में क्या करना होगा, जितने भी हमने data frame को all the data frame which we have created, we have to combine all those ones in the one frame by using the function rbind. R will bind the above data frame row wise, right? R ये function क्या करेगा, what the function does, this function will bind all the above data frame which we have created row wise, right? So by using this function, ये function आपने use करे, now you within the bracket you have to write all the objects name of the data frame which we have created. So that's the EP, NP are the data frame, are the object name are the data frame which you have to enter in the function rbind, and EgyptSkull is the object name which you have given to your data, right? जो data का हमने नाम दिया वो क्या दिया, EgyptSkull के नाम से हमने we have created a data by using a function rbind. अब ये हम देखें, इसको भी हम कर देते हैं, क्या रन कर दिया हमने. Then you can see the first 6 observation by using the function head. तो हमने head किया, तो इस तरीके से आपके पास क्या आ गया, ये सारे आ गए. ये कैसे आया देखिए, मैं पूरा दिखा देती हूँ आपको एक बार डेटा. Just typing Egypt objects, not head, only head. EgyptSkull देखिए, ये आपके पास आ जाएगा ऑब्जर्वेशन. मीन्स क्या हुआ, ये जो डेटा आ रहा है ये कैसे आएगा जी, ये यहाँ पे जो इसका मतलब क्या है, x1, x2, x3 are the type of male skull measurement. The first 30 observation will denote the 4 male skull measurement of early dynastic period. The next 30 will denote the measurement of male skull for late pre-dynastic period. The next 30 will denote the male skull measurement of dynasties in the similar way for the Ptolemaic period and for the Roman period, right? Here आप देख रहे होंगे, I am telling you that the first 30 observations comes under the early pre-dynastic period, and the second 30 observations comes under the late pre-dynastic period. आपको नहीं लगता कि it should be mentioned in this data so that it would be more easy to recognize? So what we have to do next, we have to create a column of period, and then we will add that column to this data frame. हम क्या करेंगे, हम एक period का column create कर लेंगे, then हम उस period को जो हमने already EgyptSkull नाम से we have already created a data, we just add that period to the EgyptSkull data, right? तो हम कैसे वो पहले column create करेंगे वो देख लेते हैं. तो we just given the variable name as period because इस column में हमें mention करना है different period, because we have to mention different period for this column. So we have given a name period, right? Then equals to, we have to use the ref function because it repeated itself, the character which we want, right? So ref, then यहाँ पे क्या है, हम इसको combine करेंगे. We will combine all this by using the function c, then bracket open. These periods are not numeric. The column of this is not numeric. It is a character. This column is in the character form. So we write the name of each period within double quotes. राइट हम क्या करेंगे, जितने भी हमारे पीरियड्स हैं उनको डबल कोट्स में लिखेंगे. तो हमें क्या कौन से पीरियड्स चाहिए, जो कि which period we are required, which represent all these measurement are comes under which period, right? So we have 5 periods, so you have to mention all the 5 period. आपने जिस तरह से create किया है, the way you have created your data, in the same way you have to write all the periods here. This should be an important point. तो यहाँ पे हमने सारे point को, यहाँ पे जितने भी हमारे periods थे, we have write all the periods with their object name within double quotes, right? We have written here. Then this bracket is closed here, comma, each is equal to 30. What it will do? It will repeat the period EP 30 times. Each मतलब each periods. ये जो हमारे 5 period, all 5 periods will repeat 30 times. Firstly is EP repeated, it will repeat itself 30 times. LP repeat itself 30 times. Then DYN repeat itself 30 times. Similarly for Ptolemaic and Roman period, this all will repeat itself 30 times. So this is the way we will create a column of period. Now what is our next step? In the next step, we add this column to our already created data, EgyptSkull. EgyptSkull is the data which I have created, right? So this is the data. We want that here column of period will add. A column of period will get added. So we have already created a column. Now we have to add this column to this data. Yesterday we talked about the sign dollar. Dollar sign is used for extracting variable from the data frame, but dollar sign is also used for adding a data to already existing data. Adding a column to already discuss it. Already created a data. जो data हम already create कर चुके हैं उसमें if we want to add any column, so dollar sign can be used for that case also, right? So the command is Egypt.skull, which is already created data in which we have to add a column of period. So we use the dollar sign and write the name of that column which we want to add, right? So this command will add the period column to this data, right? Then equals to period means what is the name of that column? It is mentioned here. It is only period, right? Now if you enter this command, देखिए ये हम करके दिखाते हैं आपको. Here you have created a column of period, and in this command you have add that column to the existing data. यहाँ पे ये ऐड हो गया. अब हम इसका हेड करके देखते हैं कि what is the first 6 observation is this EgyptSkill data. So you can see that the column of period has been added here. Now you can easily recognize that there this EP आप ये देख लीजिए यहाँ पे EgyptSkill. ये देखिए लास्ट जो हमारे ऑब्जर्वेशन है दैट कम्स अंडर, वो बता रहे हैं कि रोमन जो पीरियड था उसकी मेजरमेंट्स हैं. इसी तरीके से ये दे दिया, देखिए साहब यहाँ पे ये ऐड हो गया. नाउ यू कैन इजीली रिकॉग्नाइज, ठीक है, कि कौन से मेजरमेंट्स किस पीरियड्स के अंडर आ रहे हैं. ठीक, तो इस तरीके से दिस इज द वे यू कैन क्रिएट योर डेटा. आप इस तरीके से अगर ऐसे जो डेटा है उनको आप क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, राइट? अब क्या है, अब अगर आप now if you want to get the statistical summary of such data, then how will you get that? कि अगर अब आप इस तरीके का डेटा आपने क्रिएट तो कर लिया. now if you want to get the statistical summary, तो हम उसको किस तरीके से, you can save this data also. आपने now you have created a data, now you can save this data with the by using the function write.table, then the name of the data, and within file double quotes में it's EgyptSkill जो भी आपका फाइल डेटा का नाम है with .txt. हाँ, नो, अब मैं क्या कह रही हूँ कि if you want to get the statistical, then how will you get, है ना? अगर हमें इसकी जो डेटा हमने क्रिएट कर लिया है, अगर हम इसकी statistical summary निकालना चाह रहे हैं तो हम कैसे निकालेंगे? Then we can get the statistical summary of such type of data by using apply function. So apply function क्या करेगा? It will apply on all the columns that contain in a data frame. जो डेटा फ्रेम में जितने भी कॉलम हो उसमें जो भी आप स्टैटिस्टिकल समरी निकालना चाहते हो वो उस पर अप्लाई होता है, राइट? सो द लास्ट कॉलम ऑफ दिस डेटा फ्रेम, the last column, which is a column of period, is not numeric. So mean cannot be calculated. We cannot calculate the mean of, it's just suppose if we want to calculate the mean of this data frame, but the last column is, since the last column is not numeric, so you want to calculate, just suppose you want to calculate the mean of the first 4 column, and since it is the last column is not a numeric column, you cannot find the mean of that column. तो हमें सिर्फ first 4 column का mean चाहिए, right? So the function is apply, then bracket open. apply के बाद, the bracket open के बाद हमें क्या करना होगा? You have to write the name of the data. The name of the data which we have assigned is EgyptSkill is the data name. You have to write the data name. Then extraction operator. In yesterday lecture, Athar sir has already told that square bracket is used for extraction. Extraction के लिए use होता है square bracket. So हम इसमें से कैसे extract करेंगे? So from this data you have to extract the first 4 column. हमें क्या करना होगा? First 4 column को extract कर लेना होगा. So for this, just write the name of the data, then use the square bracket. The value before the comma is represent the row, and after the comma represent the number of columns. So we are interested in finding out the mean of columns, so we are using after comma space. After comma means you are selecting column, right? So you are selecting the column for column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. So just write 1 column 4. 1 column 4 means 1 2 3 4. 1 column 3 means 1 2 3, right? So since we are interested in all the 4 columns, so you just write comma se pehle we just left the space empty, then after comma we just write 1 colon 4, then bracket, square bracket close, comma 2 stands for column and 1 stands for row, and we are interested in finding out the mean of the column, so we write 2 here. Then whatever you are trying to find out, if you try to find out mean, just write mean here. If you want to get the sum, just write sum sum. In such a way you can get the statistical summary of such data. तो इससे हमें क्या हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे देखिए, just going to run this command. ये आ गया आपका. First, the mean of the first column, the mean of the second measurement skull, the third and fourth column. ठीक है. इसी तरीके से if you are interested in finding out the standard deviation of each column, you can find out the standard deviation. If you are interested in finding out the variance, you can find out the variance in such a way, right? अब क्या है, the next is group wise summary. Just suppose this data is given to you. The data which we have created here is already given to you. Now someone asks to get the summary, group wise summary. This data is given to you. Now you have to extract the early pre-dynastic period from the whole data. अगर आपको जो भी data दिया हो उसमें से आपको एक period extract करने को कहते हैं, then how will you perform that step? ठीक है, तो इसको हम कहेंगे group wise summary, because you are extracting a group from the whole data. तो हमने क्या किया, the function that we use here is subset. Subset is the function. Object name, you can make any object name which is make easiest to you. ठीक है, तो this और क्या होगा, हमारा function is subset, bracket open, the name of the data from which you want to extract. जिसमें से आप extract करना चाहते हैं, you have to write the name of that data, that is Egypt skull, then comma, you want to extract early pre-dynastic period, and the name given to that column is period, then write period, then exactly equals to, within double quote, just write the name of that period which you want to extract, and later you want to do some, you want to get some statistical summary. अलग बात है, ठीक है ना, क्या आप statistical summary आप उसकी extract करना चाहते हैं, depends to you. But how to extract one period from the whole data? You can extract an individual period from the whole data by using the subset function. देखिए ये इसको हम रन करके देखते हैं. अब हम ये देखें head, तो यहाँ पे आपके head ये हम पूरा ही कर लेते हैं. जो आपका आ जाएगा, कितना आ जाएगा, सिर्फ अर्ली प्री डायनेस्टिक पीरियड की डेटा आ जाएगा. बाकी डेटा हमने ये इतना एक्स्ट्रा देखिए, जस्ट हमारे पास 30 ऑब्जर्वेशन आ गए. हमने पूरे डेटा में से इसको हमने क्या कर लिया, वी जस्ट एक्सट्रैक्ट ओनली दिस ग्रुप. हम रोमन पीरियड को देख लेते हैं, पॉलेमिक पीरियड को देखते हैं. ठीक है, अब इसमें ये हेड ये हो गया, ये नहीं, ये देख लीजिए, इसमें सिर्फ 30 ऑब्जर्वेशन होंगी. किसकी, दिस विल जस्ट कंटेन 30 ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑफ पॉलेमिक पीरियड. देखिए एक सेकेंड, कुछ गलत कर दिया क्या, नहीं ठीक है. देखिए सिर्फ जस्ट पीपीए, जस्ट डोंट बॉदर अबाउट द सीरियल नंबर. पीरियड कौन सा हमारा आ गया, सिर्फ पॉलेमिक पीरियड्स के हमारे ऑब्जर्वेशंस जो है वो एक्सट्रैक्ट हो गए. सो इस तरीके से यू कैन एक्सट्रैक्ट सम ग्रुप फ्रॉम द होल डेटा, राइट. अब यहाँ पे हाँ, अब हमें क्या करनी है, जो हमारा मेन मकसद था, जो मेन एम था, our main objective is to find out, is to check whether the shape of male skull get changed from each period. हर पीरियड में जो शेप है स्कल का वो क्या हो रहा है, वो चेंज हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है, ये हमें यहाँ टेस्ट करना है. तो यहाँ पे हम टेस्ट कर लेंगे जस्ट बाय यूजिंग द फंक्शन मनोवा. तो फर्स्टली you have to attach your data by using the function attach. ठीक, अब हमें क्या जरूरत है, हम क्या करते हैं, यू कैन डायरेक्टली राइट दिस y फंक्शन टू योर मनोवा फंक्शन, बट आई हैव असाइन इट अर्लियर, हमने इसको क्या किया, यहीं पे पहले ही असाइन कर दिया है। तो क्या किया हमने, जो रिस्पॉन्स वेरिएबल मैंने क्या बताया था, रिस्पॉन्स वेरिएबल क्या है हमारा, the measurement of the male skull की जो measurements है represent the response variable and periods represent the explanatory variable, and what are the general notation for this, response variable is usually denoted by y and explanatory variable is usually denoted by x। so यही किया है मैंने यहाँ पे, क्या किया मैंने, जितने भी हमारे all the explanatory variables को we just bind by using the function c bind, column wise binding कर दी हमने। तो y is equals to c bind all the measurement x1 x2 x3 and x4, this represents the response of the variable, right? Then you can see your data by using the function head of y, then x is equals to period, हमने क्या करते हैं, हम अटैच पहले कर चुके हैं इसलिए हम सिंपली ये सारी चीजें ले, बिकॉज वी हैव ऑलरेडी अटैच द डेटा। x इज इक्वल्स टू पीरियड, विच यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, पीरियड्स जो हमारे इजिप्ट स्कल डेटा में, इन द इजिप्ट स्कल डेटा द ऑल द कॉलम ऑफ पीरियड, यहाँ पे से क्या किया, सिलेक्ट किसको किया है, द पीरियड ऑफ कॉलम को सिलेक्ट किया है। देन यूजिंग द फंक्शन मनोवा यू कैन एनालाइज योर डेटा। फिर सिंपली हमें क्या करना है, y टिल्ड x रिस्पॉन्स वेरिएबल इज इक्वल्स टू, हमने क्या कर दिया, जो भी हमारे एक्सप्लेनेटरी वेरिएबल है, both variables are categorical here, और उसके बाद हमने डेटा इज इक्वल टू यहाँ मेंशन कर दिया है, लिख दिया। देन अगर जब आपको इसको समरी चाहिए हो तो यू कैन गेट द समरी बाय यूजिंग द फंक्शन जस्ट समरी। Summary n1. So here this is the summary and just see the p value. What is the p-value? P-value is 4.58 into 10 raised to the power minus 6, which is very small and which is approximately equal to 0. It is approximately equals to 0. What does it mean? It means that the shape of skull is significantly different, or you can say the shape of skull is changes from each period of the time. हर पीरियड के सही, यानी जो 5 आपको पीरियड्स दिए हुए हैं यहाँ पे, all the 5 periods of male skulls get changes, क्या होता है, चेंज होते रहते हैं। हम ये नहीं कह सकते, we cannot say this, the shape of male skull in early pre-dynastic period is same as the shape of Roman period. We cannot say this because our analysis shows that the shape of male skull is different for every period, right? So that's the analysis of this data, which is multivariate data, and that's all for this session.
Well, the session is now open for question answer. Participants may ask your questions, please. Any question from anyone?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum.
Yasmin ma'am.
Yes, yeah, G Mone.
Yasmin ma'am.
Yes, yes, I'm listening you. Yes, you are audible. You are audible.
Thank you for your explanation. But here I have one question or two.
Yes.
We have using.
Sorry, Munir,
Munir, you repeat.
you are not
Munir,
there. You are
Suppose
not
that it is-
audible.
Munir, you repeat your question. You are not audible. Your voice is dropping. You're not clear.
Now I am audible.
Now it is
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
You start your questions.
We
Repeat your question.
first. Thank you for your explanation.
Yes, thank you.
And we have used balance data at the beginning.
Balanced data.
Suppose it is not
Okay.
balanced data. We have used balanced data, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah. All
Suppose it is
all
not
the
balanced
factors
data.
have the
How
same
we can
number of
create the data?
observations. So you can create your
Yeah,
data.
suppose it is not balanced data. How we can
Yes.
create it? How we can create the data?
Okay, just wait. You are saying this just in this data frame, we have same number of observation in each level, right? If we have not same number of observation in each level, then how to create your data? You are asking this, I'm right? I'm understanding the same thing which you are
Yes.
asking?
Yes.
Yes. So just
Yes, yes.
यहाँ पे देखिए, in this the group where we have created that vector, here just change that number, your data will get created. Just suppose,
Thank you.
suppose
but-
A is repeated 34 times and B is repeated 20 times. So just write that value that
I
you
get-
want to repeat.
I got you.
You are getting my point.
I got.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, but suppose
Yes.
we want to
Yes.
name it as in the second and the second data. We want to name it. There you use
In the
each
second data.
equal to 30. Each equal to 30.
Yes.
You are using each equal to 30.
Yeah.
How can? Yes.
Can you repeat your question, Munir?
In the second data,
What
you are naming
in the second data?
each period by name, right? Up.
One second. Up. Just wait.
Here. No.
Mr. Munir,
When
you
you
can
create
put up
any-
the question on the chat box. It would be more better.
When you
I think there is
create-
a connection issue.
when you create the period variable, when you create the AS here,
Period column, right?
here it is mentioned each is equal to 30 because you know it is balanced. If it is not balanced,
If it is not balanced, then you can create your data, which I have told you earlier. You can individually assign that EP repeated 10 times and LP repeated 40 times. You are getting my point, right?
Is that clear, Munir?
No.
But can I speak? Can I speak?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sure, sir. Please.
Actually, his question is that here
Mhm.
it is repeated 30 times. If
Yes.
there are say EP is having 20 times, LP
Yes,
is
sir.
30, and Dine is say 40 like that.
Yes,
If you
sir,
have
yes.
to add, it is a very
Yes, thank you,
simple
sir,
command
yes.
actually. You write small c here like this.
Yes, sir. Sir,
And
which
corresponding repetition will be there. You write
repetition will
small c inside that. You write
Sir, जैसे मैंने
inside
पहले
30.
you can create your data like that.
Yeah.
Right,
Just you do that.
individually you can assign that LP is repeated 10 times and EP is repeated 40 times. Individually you can assign. Since here the repetition is equal, so we use the function each is equals to 30. Right?
You mean for each period I have to make
Yes, like this.
E equal to AB, comma.
You can
each equal to
create.
yes.
You can create like this. Yeah. Here. Right? यहाँ पे अगर it's like C rip. Just suppose LP लिखा आपने, you have write LP, comma 10 times, right? Then rip. Next group.
Okay. Thank you.
LP,
Yes.
40 times. In such a way, you can create that column, unbalanced column.
Thank you so much.
Anyone else? Any question?
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask
Varun
one
Tiwari.
question.
Yes.
Yes. Ma'am, can it possible in our language to store the image of a skull and find the result according to your image? Because that data is as a balanced data, as a Excel sheet data. So suppose if you want to store as a CNN data, as a conventional neural network data, so like imagery data. So image of the skull is stored in your particular record or in a data set format. So how to find the result according to your imagery data?
According to imaginary data. I'm not getting your question.
Actually, basically, the architecture neural network is artificial neural network is used ANN, and the deep learning case of the deep learning is involved in the R programming or not? Yes, Yasmin ma'am, deep learning is used in the R programming or not? Deep learning is supportable or not in R programming?
Deep learning.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
These
Arun
are
Yes, sir.
Tiwari.
Please. Please.
Yes,
Actually,
yes, sir.
Machine learning is fully implemented into
Yes,
R.
in case of the
She's not talking about those things.
yes,
Understand?
I know, sir.
Go on R and just there are many books written for machine learning, and you can get all those things, image analysis and other things.
So, sir, just I want to ask one question only. In case of the imagery, data is stored in
Yes.
programming.
There are softwares, but you have to search.
Okay,
Just
sir.
go on Crane homepage, and there you will find different task groups. So
Okay.
there are task group for spatial data analysis and for remotely sensed data. So there you will find packages as well as how they are organized. So these things are.
Okay,
Let's
sir.
go on Crane Comprehensive R Archive Network.
Okay.
So they have different task views. Like there is task view for multivariate data. Generally, there are for spatial data and for imagery data also.
Okay,
There
okay,
you
sir.
will
Thank
find
you.
it.
Thank you so much, Atar, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I want to say something.
Please.
Dr. Varun Tiwari.
Yes.
I have seen
Sir.
one book. I have not gone through it, but I have seen one book on internet, which is
Okay.
Machine Learning Mastery with R.
Okay.
R has
Please
huge
kindly
capabilities.
send me.
R has huge capabilities. You just have to go to the task views on the CRAN R page
Okay.
and just find the field you want to work in and get the packages and load it, which has several functions for dealing with that kind of data set.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
That's several functionalities. Since we are working mostly with statistical data analysis, so we are not just very much aware with it, but there are, R is filled with each and every, packages within each and every field to deal with each and every field.
Yes, ma'am. If any book is available, so please kindly send to me.
Dr. Varun Tiwari, some of our participants, they are sharing in the chat box some of the links. Right. Mr. Faraz Masood has shared a link. Dr. Shahab Saqib Suhail has shared something.
Yes.
This may be of use for you. So kindly.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So, any more question? कुछ और सवालात हो तो आप पूछें।
जी सर, अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर। आपसे अथर सर और मैडम से भी एक क्वेश्चन ये पूछना चाह रहे थे कि अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम हमारे पास हो, उस पार्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम के लिए ये कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे कि जो भी हमें इसमें मेजर करना है, सेंट्रल टेंडेंसी या वेरिएंस, तो विच इज द बेस्ट मेजरमेंट या इवैल्यूएशन मेजर, वो कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे, ये इसके लिए सबसे बेस्ट है?
You are telling that which measurement is best, and you are saying that mean or standard. Mean and standard deviation. Mean is for the measure of central tendency, and standard deviation is for the measure of dispersion, right? So you have to deal with both of these things, mean and standard deviation, because these both terms are very different. One will tell you the middle value, which describes the whole data, and another will tell you, the standard deviation will tell you that the spread of the data, how the data is
मैडम ये नहीं पूछ रहा था, ये मैं समझ गया, ये तो डिफरेंस है, लेकिन जैसे कोरिलेशन ही निकालना है, तो कोरिलेशन में वी हैव लॉट्स ऑफ डिफरेंट कोरिलेशन, तो कौन सा कोरिलेशन इस पार्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम के लिए बेस्ट होगा, ये आइडेंटिफाई करने का कोई ऑटोमेटेड तरीका है आर में या पाइथन में कहीं भी, या ये कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं, या ये एक्सपीरियंस से आता है? या फॉर एग्जांपल मैं एक क्वेश्चन आपको बता रहा हूँ, जैसे एक प्रॉब्लम बता रहा हूँ स्पेसिफिक, जैसे एक हमने रिव्यू लिया मेन वीमेन का किसी पार्टिकुलर एक्सपेरिमेंट के लिए, और इस एक्सपेरिमेंट में हमने जैसे वुमेन से कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछा, मेन से कुछ पूछा, तो हम कोई भी सवाल, कितना भी सवाल अपने पैटर्न से पूछ सकते हैं और उससे हम देख सकते हैं कि किसने ज्यादा वेट दिया, वीमेन ने किसको और मेन ने किसको, और क्या उससे इन्फ्लुएंस कर सकते हैं कि वीमेन इसको पसंद करती हैं या मेन इसको पसंद करते हैं। ये इतना सिंपल है या इसमें कुछ और कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी होती है?
अच्छा सर, आप प्लीज बताइए।
हाँ। देखिए डॉक्टर साहब, ऐसा है कि हर डेटा, हर फील्ड में जो डेटा है ना,
जी जी सर,
उसको जो लोग डेटा जनरेट करते हैं और जो उस मेथड से डील करते हैं, वो उसको अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं कि हमें क्या करना है
जी।
बाकी यह है कि उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए बहुत सारे मेथड डेवलप किए गए हैं, किताबें हैं। सपोज आप मार्केटिंग का डेटा आपके पास है
जी,
अब मार्केटिंग के डेटा के लिए मैं बताऊं, आर में एक बुक है, आर फॉर मार्केटिंग रिसर्च एंड एनालिटिक्स,
जी
है ना, बाय चैपमैन एंड फीट।
जी,
तो देखिए उस किताब के अंदर तमाम तरह का डेटा उन्होंने मार्केटिंग रिसर्च और एनालिटिक्स से रिलेटेड उन्होंने जनरेट किया है और उसके मेथड भी डिस्कस किए हैं। इंडिविजुअली कोई स्पेसिफिक डेटा जब जनरेट होता है तो उसके लिए मेथड्स अवेलेबल हैं। अब हमें उसकी फेमिलियरिटी होनी चाहिए
जी,
ये क्या, इसमें हम किस टाइप के मेथड यूज करेंगे, वो सारे मेथड उन्होंने कलेक्ट किए हैं, वो तो हम बुक से ही पता लगा पाए।
अच्छा,
जैसे मान एग्रीकल्चरल डेटा अगर है तो हम लोगों को मालूम है, जो एग्रीकल्चर डेटा के, मैं एग्रीकल्चर साइंसेज में बहुत मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है, तो हमें मालूम है कि कौन सी टेक्निक्स में यूज हो रही है।
जी
हाँ,
जी,
अगर मार्केटिंग रिसर्च से रिलेटेड है तो अगर हमने चूंकि चैपमैन एंड फीट की बुक हमने पढ़ी है, दैट इज अ ग्रेट बुक फॉर एक्चुअली यूजिंग, बहुत बड़ी किताब है वो, आर फॉर मार्केटिंग रिसर्च एंड एनालिटिक्स। तो उसमें उन्होंने तमाम तरह का मार्केटिंग रिसर्च का डेटा, उसमें मशीन लर्निंग की भी बातें उन्होंने की हैं और तमाम तरह की चीजें की हैं। तो वहीं से आपको पता चलेगा, एक आदमी ओवरऑल मास्टर कभी नहीं हो सकता। अब जैसे किसी साहब ने अभी पूछा था, वरुण तिवारी जी ने, है ना, स्पेशल डेटा के बारे में, तो अब जो लोग स्पेशल डेटा एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं, बेसिक मेथड आना चाहिए। ये जो वर्कशॉप है इसमें बेसिक मेथड बता दिया गया, स्पेशलाइज मेथड आप कर लेंगे जब ये बेसिक चीजें पता होंगी। तो इस तरह से हम एक्सपीरियंस गेन कर सकते हैं। जी जी
जी सर, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
जी जी।
Dr. Yasmin,
जी सर।
there is one more query. That
जी।
how we can modify data in spreadsheet after creating and saving? Can we modify it or not?
Yes, you can modify it. Yes, you
How?
can modify it.
How?
Just suppose जहाँ मैंने data create किया है ये, the data which I have created by using the spreadsheet, right? So you can create it. Just suppose you want to make some modification, to just write fix EP1, right? Just enter करेंगे तो the data, the spreadsheet is open with the data. Here you can modify your data.
Okay, so we can rectify the mistake if there.
You can rectify. Then just cross and again save your data. Again save the corrected form.
We will get the spreadsheet once again.
Yes. By using the fix function or with the same object name, you can have this spreadsheet.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I think majority of the participants, they have cleared their doubts. If there is any left, please go ahead. And if not, I thank Dr. Yasmin for her wonderful presentation, and I especially thank Professor Athar Ali Khan Saab and Dr. Rumana Shela for remaining with us and for helping Dr. Yasmin in answering the queries of our participants. The queries itself is saying that yes, participants are taking interest and they're enjoying the session. So with this, the session 2 of the day 2 is over. We are meeting tomorrow. That is the day 3. Inshallah. Till then, goodbye. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, sir.
Most welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.